ties to the national anthem protest mainly involve the fact that every male member of my family, or every male member of my family has fought since the revolution. Flag means a lot, and people are buried in it, and yeah. The ongoing national anthem protests make me feel like America needs to stop dividing themselves over issues and instead finding ways to compromise again. It's a lost art, and we need to find a way to resolve issues rather than burning the symbol that is supposed to unite us. I think there's good reasoning when it first starts. I think that people set out to make a statement that they feel strongly about, but I feel like they could go about it in different ways, more productive ways and more effective means of getting their voices heard, and also do it in safer ways. Aside from the disrespectful thing, I mean, there are people burning flags in crowds that are no more than 2 square feet. It's just not safe or publicly appropriate. I don't support the national anthem protests mainly because when you burn that flag, yes, it's your right as an American to burn that flag, but it's a symbol of our country that people have fought and died for. People in my family personally have been buried in that flag, and we've received folded flags, so it means a lot more to those who bear that weight than to people who get to enjoy the freedoms and then don't fully appreciate what that flag stands for. I think the national anthem protests affect students at Keene mainly. I think more than anything, it's a topic for discussion. I don't think too many people get upset about it. I mean, people get upset about it, obviously, but I think more than anything, people use it as a talking point to ignite conversation and have constructive and healthy opinions about it, and it helps everybody grow a little bit.
My ties to the national anthem protest are not a lot, because I don't watch football a lot, but when I heard about it, it hit me pretty hard because I think it's one of the more peaceful protests that are happening in the United States at the moment, and so that was really interesting to me to see different people's perspectives. As an American, the ongoing national anthem protest makes me feel both patriotic and confused, I guess. The protest itself, a lot would say, is, un-American or not necessarily right or supportive of our country, but I think that if you look at it from Colin's perspective or other Americans' perspective, you would see that it's more of a way to peacefully let people know that we feel separate and that there is a separation still happening in America. I think there's pretty good reasoning behind the national anthem protest. I think that it was never meant to insult anyone or make anyone feel like they were doing something wrong necessarily. I think it was more for awareness of, a situation that we as Americans can fix just in acts that we change on our own. So I think that the intention behind it was a very good one. I support the national anthem protest because, like I said, it's a really peaceful way to let Americans know that there's a problem that's occurring and that there are ways we can fix it without having to be violent or having to hurt anyone else to get our point across. And so while a lot of people think that it's disruptive and disrespectful, I think that it's one of the most respectful ways to protest something that people are passionate about. I think the national anthem protest affects students at Keene, mostly in just that if the topic comes up, there's usually a pretty clear divide on people's opinions of it, and that can, honestly, I think it's kind of cool because it can spark a lot of genuine and intellectual conversations about something that might not always be talked about, which I think is always good. Even if you don't necessarily agree with the person you're talking to, you can always learn from that, so that's really cool. If I could tell Colin Kaepernick one thing, I would probably say thank you for being bold enough to do something that a lot of people are scared to do but really want to do.
My ties to the national anthem protest are, I'm a proud American and it's very upsetting to me. The ongoing national anthem protest makes me feel very angry as an American. Just knowing that someone is slandering just the reputation of this great nation. I do not believe that there is good reasoning behind the national anthem protest because I understand that they're trying to find equality, but the way they're trying to find equality is totally disrespectful to the country that they live in, and it does nothing but upset and anger the people that they are trying to find sympathy from. I do not support the national anthem protest because I personally believe that any way, shape, or form that they are protesting it is totally disrespectful to the people that they live amongst and the country that they live in, and it is completely inappropriate for what they're trying to achieve. The national anthem protest affects students here at Keene in, I would say, mostly negative way, considering that, as far as I'm aware, most of the people that have heard about it think it's completely idiotic and incredibly disrespectful to just everyone in this country. If there's one thing I can tell Colin Kaepernick, it's that he is slandering this great nation and that he should put to rest his whole fight because he's doing it the wrong way.